What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unplayable. We are tier listing all of the legendaries from Jump to Lightspeed. Are you guys ready?
I'm waiting.
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Waiting half a year to do this.
I don't know if I am, but I'm gonna say yes.
We did not do a tier list for set 3.
No, we didn't.
Nope. Probably a good thing that we didn't.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
Also, for those who, so many people have trashed that said we sucked at making these tier lists for set 1 and 2 and that we were way off. I want to go back and look at those tier lists because they were pretty dang accurate.
Yeah, I don't think we were that far off.
Not at all. They are just trash players. So if you comment on this and say that we're wrong, you better look in the mirror, coach.
We got receipts.
I actually really do want to go back and see what we did and see what our worst takes were.
Yeah, reaction video. We got to do a reaction video to our own video.
Wait, now that's content. Now that's content. All right, well let's get into this. We've got 20 of these now, guys. So this is going to take us about 3 hours.
Holy smokes!
All right, well,
we do have more than the last 2, huh?
I guess we're going to start with the best one first.
Yeah, duh.
And that is Death Star Plan. So, David, why don't you go ahead and read that off?
2 cost, neutral upgrade. When an attached unit is attacked, the attacking player takes control of this upgrade and attaches it to a unit they control. Attached unit gains. The first unit you play each round costs 2 less.
Okay. So this one, in my opinion,
we gotta write. Yeah, we gotta write.
Are we gonna write them down?
We gotta do the writing thing. Yeah,
we need to order dang things off Amazon, bro.
No, we don't.
It's so much better because then it's not like
we do
trash.
Actually. Yeah.
Hold on. I have to make sure I know what our tiers are this time because you didn't put unplayable last time, but you got it there.
I got it there this time. I remember.
We don't have a D, so it's just S, A, B, C, unplayable.
Yeah.
All right.
If it's worse than a C, it's unplayable, guys. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. 100%.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
This is obvious, guys.
CCS. Mike, what?
Did you watch our spoiler video?
True.
I know. Yeah, I mean, it should be.
Fine. For real, though, I think you guys are right.
I mean, it will be S tier in theme decks and fun times and
in fun
casual
times
kitchen table.
In Twin Suns, it will be S tier for the memes.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so here's my take on this card. Is either it's really interesting. Either this is going to be an S tier card or it's going to be unplayable. I don't think there is really a middle ground for this. I put C, but I don't see there being a way that this is just like a middle of the road card. Like this is either going to be completely broken or completely unplayable. And it's really hard to evaluate this card without playing it. And I haven't played it yet. You know what I mean? Like, how easy is it going to be? Is it going to be too much work to be able to like put up your sentinels and then drop this guy? Is it going to be too late to not really care about playing something for 2 less at the point that you're able to set this up? And then the downside of your opponent taking it and then dropping something that costs 2 less on like a 5 resource, 6 resource, or like, I don't know. It's really hard to evaluate.
Yep, agreed.
It is, extremely hard to evaluate. I think that it's better than people give it credit for, even if you only get to use it once, because not the turn that you play it, but the following turn, it's sort of like you're saving 2 resources for later, in a way. Like,
okay, so you would only need to proc it once to break even, and you're saying that's worth it?
Yeah, because if you're able to get this off on the following turn before your unit's attacked or whatever, it's like maybe it's you're going into like turn 4 and you would have 5 resources. Now you can play something that costs 7, and just that power jump I think is worth more than people are giving it credit for. I'm not saying that it's a good card. I'm just saying like that's an angle that I don't think I've heard people really talk about that much.
I mean, people love now there are 2 of them, and
it's similar, I suppose.
Yep. Because it's like multiple card combo here, but you're trying to essentially cheat something out before. Yeah, I feel that.
This isn't as much like now there are 2 of them requires 3 cards. This still only requires 2.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to have a unit worth
any
playing
unit
for 2 less.
plus this plus
like you have to be able to
unit,
maximize
really.
your resources to like really get the value. Like you play Battlefield Marine turn 1, turn 2 you drop this, and then you play a Yoda, you know, and then because you know you've got for 3, and then when you're going into 4 resources, did I do that math right? 4.
Yeah, you can play Poe or
you can play something for 6.
The reason I say it's not a 3-card
couldn't play
combo is
something for
because
7.
if you get any unit to stick, then you can proc this.
Yeah, it's a
Plus,
lot less restrictive.
You can play space like vehicle with this, where you can't with now there are 2 of them, and it doesn't have to match traits. So
you can stack this too, right? So you can like stack this with triple dark raid, and it costs 7 less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
is that
true,
right?
True.
Like,
or Piet.
I'm not saying that this card is good, but I think it is powerful. Like I think the effect is powerful.
Piet flip turn you can play for 4 less.
Gross.
Capital ship.
Like
we have a responsibility
it.
as a channel to break this. So let's just collectively agree we're gonna figure this out. Okay.
Agreed.
And we should probably move on.
That's our next video is trying to make Death Star plans work.
There you go. Yep.
All right. I'm happy with C for now though.
All right, Radiant 7.
Next one, Radiant 7.
All right, 7 cost yellow, 5/6 Republic vehicle capital ship. Each enemy non-leader unit gets -1, -0 for each damage on it. When played, deal 5 indirect damage to a player.
All right,
I'm ready. A, B plus.
We were all in that range.
I actually think this might be better than we gave it credit for when we reviewed it.
It probably is.
it gets points knocked down because of how ugly the card is.
That
is true.
I would knock it down a peg just for that, actually.
That's very true.
No, I actually think it's you're putting a lot of pressure, and I mean, yes, it gives your opponent a lot of choices, but I think it'd be really easy to make the wrong choices when this is played against you.
Yeah, the thing I like about it is that like it punishes your opponent for spreading the damage to their units, and I mean, you want to be in a situation where either is good for you, right? If they do 5 to their base or if they spread that 5 across their units. But yeah, I think my like biggest question with this card is like what deck wants this,
Right.
and I mean maybe it goes into just like a Django triple dark raid deck, because you can play with triple dark raid and you're dealing 5 when it enters play, and then it attacks for 5 as well. You not only exhaust all their units, but they also become less powerful because of the damage that would be on them.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just really good in a deck like that.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I think that's my question too, is what deck wants this the most. Like, obviously Piet is good with it, and like you said, Django being able to tap a bunch of stuff down is sweet. If you have a Devastator out, then it's like you get to choose where it goes, which is pretty sick. But yeah, like if I'm playing this in a vacuum, if I'm playing this for 7 in a control deck, I'd rather just be playing Snoke. Snoke is just like better, which yeah, he costs 8, but it's just like better. I don't know. But if you have both of those out, that's pretty sick. They're swinging for -3. That's kind of
that'd be pretty,
awesome.
Pretty crazy. Well, is it -1 -0 for each damage on them,
For each damage on it? Yes.
Yeah, that can add up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that is cool. I like that. All right. Well.
All right. Home one.
Yeah.
All right. Home one. We got a 9 cost yellow hero space unit. It's a 7/8 rebel vehicle capital ship. If an opponent controls 3 or more space units, this unit costs 3 less to play, and it has ambush. Oh gosh, I don't know.
This one's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay.
I
think I have my answer.
All right. I'm just taking it. All right. C, B, B. I was maybe a B.
Weird. Here, it can be here.
The reason I say
two Bs.
B is because I almost put A. The reason
wow.
I went down to B
Same.
is because the reason I almost put A is because the times that you do get the discount, this card is probably pretty insane. But the times that you don't get the discount, I don't think I want to be paying 9 for this.
Yeah, it's super overcosted if you don't get that discount. Yeah, I was on a similar wavelength there. I was like, okay, if you also have I hate that ship or whatever that card is, or they hate that ship.
Yeah, that's true.
Then this is like way more powerful, way higher tier. But if you don't, then it's pretty overcosted.
Because what
never...
they hate that ship costs 1 and it makes it for 3 less, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it gives them 2 TIE fighters.
Two TIE fighters. So as long as they have 1 ship in play, you get to get
play
this out for 5
or 4 resources, right? 5 so minus 3 minus 3, so it go down to 3. So you could do this on 4 resources, right?
Yeah, so that's disgusting.
That is pretty nasty. If we can do this on 4,
like turn 3, you know, your opponent has any space unit out. You do that on turn 3. Now you have a 7-8 ambush ship. That's pretty wild.
But you also have to be playing that exact line.
Yeah, exactly. I play the exact color combination, and you have to have both of those cards in your hand. Otherwise, this is basically a resource.
All right.
So
could be fun.
So I went down to a
card.
B because of that.
Yeah.
And for those reasons, I'm out.
All right, let's talk about Shadowcaster.
Shadowcaster is a 6-cost red space unit. It's a 4/7 underworld vehicle transport. When a friendly unit is defeated, you may use all of its when defeated abilities again.
If you don't know what to put, just put B for all of them.
C, B, C.
Yeah, I had C too.
I almost put C. The reason I put B, hear me out.
Let's hear it.
The more cards we get, the more when defeated we get, and the more likely this card can be busted.
That's true.
But 6.
But those cards don't exist yet.
6 for 4.
I mean, we have a fair amount, right? We do have a decent amount of when defeated.
There's some decent stuff that you can use.
The only thing that
and it's neutral, so like K2.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only
I see
line.
this card and I think playing villain, but it's neutral.
The only line I like is that idea of, okay, let me throw this with Young Han, K2, dropping the Shadowcaster at 5 resources, K2 dies. You know.
That is pretty cool.
You could strip 2 cards or do 6 damage to base. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I might try it.
Like, you have to play this, and then that thing has to die before this dies.
Right. It does. It's
a little clunky.
I will say it's got that stat line that you love to see, the lower 4, and the higher health. So it avoids takedown, it avoids Fell the Dragon.
It's true.
Yeah,
so it's stickier.
True. I do agree with Jay. It is a card that has the potential to get better over time. So I like that. Yeah. I just think now it gets outclassed by a bunch of other stuff. It feels like a combo card that doesn't have a combo deck to go in.
Yeah, I mean, most people would say Thrawn, but Thrawn, I think, is going to be so.
But what's the combo though? Like what's the most powerful thing that you can do with that?
I would have to look at every single when defeated.
Ruthless Raider. It's awkward because they're the same cost.
Yep, I agree. I mean,
so that's
you got all the little guys that are like deal 2 damage to base when it dies, or deal an indirect.
Yeah, I mean, if you have this out and you have you trigger this ability like multiple times, I think it adds up.
That's true. If you have like 2 of those, like the new ones, it's like a 4/2 ship that like when it dies you deal 3 indirect or something like that. Mm-hmm. If you have a couple of those out and then you drop this and kill both of those, and you're dealing 6 indirect per ship plus more from Thrawn, like that sounds kind of cool.
It just feels like if you want to do this really badly, just play Thrawn and you'll be happier.
Yeah.
But again, you can do this in Hero to try and do some K2 nonsense.
This is besides the point. I'm looking it up just to make sure that I'm actually right about this, but I thought Shadowcaster was like the type of ship, not like the actual name of the ship.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh no, it's a Lancer class.
Yeah,
okay,
Lancer
who owns
class.
this one?
I remember that from X-Wing.
Okay, so this is Ketsu's ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. Does it work with Ketsu in any particular way?
Nope.
No,
No.
right?
Nope.
Not
That's
the. We
unfortunate.
only have one Ketsu, right?
Yeah,
The 2
yeah.
costs that defeats upgrades.
Sad.
No, it does not work with her, unfortunately.
All right. Well, we'll put it in C.
Okay. I mean, I'm there with you. I think it's kind of trash. But if you can make it work, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
All right, Profundity.
Profundity.
Profundity. 9 cost, red hero space unit. 8/9 rebel vehicle capital ship with overwhelm. When played and when defeated, choose a player. They discard a card from their hand. Then, if they have more cards in their hand than you, they discard a card from their hand.
It's got an S tier name.
That is kind of sweet.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
All right, B. B. We got B's across. Triple B. Better
Yeah, 'cause
Business
no one knows
Bureau,
where-
baby.
We're agreeing way too much on this one.
Yeah, where's
guys.
Jim? Jim needs to be here.
Yeah. Jim's gonna throw on the hot takes.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like it's pretty good in the non-existent hero control red decks.
Here's
Especially against
That's the
other
problem.
control decks.
like this is where they hate that ship could be really interesting because you could play this.
Fair.
You could play this on 7, right? And you're giving him a couple TIE fighters and it's got overwhelm.
Mm-hmm.
Then you
That's
throw in
true.
our boy Wedge and he's got ambush with overwhelm,
Yeah.
and you win
Baby.
the game.
Now we're cooking.
You gotta
And
now
you
we're
win
cooking.
the freaking game. They got no answers to Wedge or Profundity, and they lose. They've got a TIE fighter. That's all they got.
I really can't argue with that.
Yeah, exactly. Next.
Is the when played like it doesn't does it do much? Do you think like paying 9 to get this card is like
I think it can. I think in the matches where it's good, like in those control mirrors where you're going really long and it's all an attrition game, I think that's really important because you force them to lose a card when you play the card, then you force them to spend a card to remove this, and then you maybe get to rip another card from them if they have more than you. So I think it can help either stabilize the difference if they have more cards than you and they were a bit more efficient with their resources than you were, but it also even if you don't get the one defeated, I do think that in a control mirror, it's a big ship that they have to deal with, and just almost all that matters in those games is just who plays the most number of cards.
All right.
Yeah.
What about sneak attack with this guy?
I was just thinking that.
'Cause
I was
That's
thinking
pretty sick.
what if I
Yeah.
built a Mace yellow deck that had Jam Communications, Spark of Rebellion, Kira,
Force throw.
K2, Profundity,
Ahsoka.
Force Throw, new Ahsoka. It's just strip the hand, sneak attack Profundity, strip the hand
Yeah.
some more, and just go to town.
Could be cool.
Seems good. I was also thinking about Yoda with this because you like high cost stuff that you can just
Yeah.
What was that? Why was I thinking of Yoda?
Because he needs high cost stuff.
Maybe that's it.
That's
No, there was
enough
a
said.
reason. I guess just force throw. I was just thinking force throw with
sure.
in red, but I think
Yeah.
yellow might be better.
But for Yoda
No,
as a
Profundity.
color pairing.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, I
color
see, I
pairing
see.
for more hand control.
Rather than blue.
But is it
Maybe.
actually because
Well,
they discard a card from their hand, so it gets one, but you'll just never proc the second one because you're already stripping their hand.
So the reason why I think this would be more interesting in a control versus control game than just like a Spark of Rebellion or something like that is Spark of Rebellion, it's a 1-for-1,
Right.
and this is potentially a lot more than that.
This is a 0-for-1 because
Yeah.
you're getting a
At the
unit
very
on
least,
board.
because you're getting a ship on the board. Yeah,
Mhm.
it threatens to end the game because it's a giant ship, and it helps you strip your opponent of
Yeah.
resources. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I do think it's a cool card.
Yeah.
If hero
Top of
red
B, for
control
sure.
ever exists, I feel like this is a card that would
Top of B.
find its way
Top of
somewhere
B.
there. Top of B. Okay.
I don't know what order we're doing.
I dig
Okay.
it. All right.
All right, Should we go?
Unity of Purpose.
Unity of Purpose. 6 cost, double green. For each friendly unit with a different name, give each unit you control +1/+1 for this phase. All right.
Okay.
Unplayable. Unplayable.
I don't agree.
Mike, you're insane.
Obviously, I put a C, but I think that in the spots where this is good, it's going to feel absolutely broken.
Okay.
But
there
aren't going to be very
many
many of those.
The other one felt that way too.
Which one? Oh, what? I can't remember what that card's called. Delta
attack pattern Delta.
That one.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah. How is this? There's just no chance. There's no chance if you run a double green that you would want to see this more than just attack pattern Delta, and we don't even play attack pattern Delta.
I don't know if that's totally true. I think that if you can...
What magical Christmas land are you living in, Mike?
Okay, what if you play some kind of like super low-costed, like double green, like new pilot Vader deck, where you're just trying to spam the board with a bunch of ships that are, cheap. Your opponent's not really dealing with, enough of them to get a bunch off the board. And you have like 4 things in play when you play this. That's an extra 16 damage worth of stats. That's a lot.
So magical Christmas land. Got it.
Maybe.
Wow.
I'm not.
I never thought I'd be convincing you to
see.
Yeah.
But I think that this has potential.
All right. Day I see this played in any game for anything other than
even if you have 3 things out, it's like +9/+9 of stats. Like it's just a lot of stats. Yeah, it costs 6, but
you mean
+3 +3 +3 +3 +3 +3.
So it's 9.
And they can answer.
They can. Sure. In my opinion, like, if your goal is to have this combo deck that ends up, or like 1-turn kill style thing,
which is my
just play final
favorite thing.
Play final showdown.
Yeah, maybe. But I also like that card.
And then you don't have to play double green, which is, in my opinion, the absolute worst.
Holding it back the most. That might be the thing that's holding it back the most. That's true.
Like, what double green Mahdi deck are you already building in your head? Let's be honest.
Imagine attacking for 10 with something and then readying it and attacking for 10 again.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I'm here for it.
All right, well, we'll put it bottom of C.
No way. We got 2 unplayable.
Yeah.
No way, Mike.
Trash.
Right, fine.
All right.
It's weird that we only have 2 double aspected legendaries.
Yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense, Coach.
Different.
Tell me how they made that number come into existence.
All right, moving on. Hondo ohnaka, 4 cost, double blue, 3/5 underworld with shielded. You may take control on attack. You may take control of a non-pilot upgrade on a unit and attach it to a different eligible unit. I don't really know what I think about this. I'm just gonna
get duked on for this take.
Okay. C. A. B+.
I have a B+. Yeah.
We're all over the place. It's great.
If I'm playing double blue, I'm probably putting this in my deck. Over like so many other double blue cards. The stats aren't that bad. Like you're playing a 3 cost 3/5 already, right? In a lot of decks. This is a 4 cost 3/5, but he's also got a shield.
Yeah, shield's really nice.
He's underworld, and we have a ton of underworld synergy stuff. Maybe not in blue, but like there's got to be something, Coach. Got to be something cooking up there. Gotta be. And then I think the swing of taking control of shields, experience, even a lightsaber or something is just insane.
If you could stick Lompike and Hondo together, Lompike could be handing out shields that you just immediately take back with Hondo.
Yeah. We don't have... You're in double blue, so it's hard to find ways to ambush this guy. But if you can find a way to ambush this guy, after your opponent played, I don't know, fallen lightsaber or something, and they don't see this coming, like
Yeah,
that's
that's
insane.
crazy.
Or even like traitorous, because you can move it from your unit onto one of theirs, and it's like a double swing.
I don't know
Like,
how
that's
many people
crazy.
playing Traitors though, Coach.
That'd be sick though.
Yeah.
Same amount of people that are playing Darth Vader.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Don't even start. Don't even start on this tier list.
Same.
I don't know. I can't see this
yeah,
getting
where are we?
played more than like stuff like Sugi and Double Blue in the same cost.
I think this is way better than Sugi.
It's just different, right? Like in some matchups, maybe.
It's a different type of card.
Yeah.
I feel like if your opponent is not ready for a Hondo to come onto the board and just start stealing stuff, it could be really
Now you can't.
hard to
You,
deal with.
you could play this in Gar Saxon because he's coming in shielded, so you could have a 4/5. You know,
Yep.
who's stealing?
That's nice.
Who could be stealing upgrades and putting it? Maybe this is the Gar Saxon
Making your guys
mono
better.
blue deck right here. Actually, that sounds kind of fun.
Nailed it.
But again, I said fun. I still think it's C. But we did A, B, and C, so I think that's
A, B, and C.
official
So
B.
I think it's a B. Yeah, I like
well,
it.
you didn't even say anything about it, Mike.
I have
what are
nothing to
your
add.
thoughts?
My thoughts are right in the middle of your guys'. I like it. It's definitely different than what has existed before in those colors. I think that if upgrades become a strategy in the future, he gets better. Like if they have a set where it's just all about like, you know, weapons and lightsabers and blasters and stuff, like he becomes more interesting there.
Imagine this dude against Bosk who's putting the bounties on your dudes, and you get to just move it to one of theirs.
Yeah, that's
Like,
pretty
that's
sick.
so sick.
Yeah, that's awesome. Does it work with pilots?
No,
No.
it says non-pilot upgrade.
Non-pilot.
Yeah, see that's where it's a little
That's
weird that it
the
was
only
included
restriction.
in this like set.
Yeah.
Like because his
Yep.
whole thing is stealing thing. I mean, I guess it makes sense that he's not going to go steal people, kind of. But
I don't know. He's charismatic. He can convince people
he's
to do
definitely
things for him.
kidnapped people in those shows before. But yeah, I don't know. I'm putting it there. If you guys
Yeah,
disagree,
I'm good.
you can yell at me.
All right.
I'm
But I'm
good.
not moving it.
All right, Annihilator. 11 cost, blue villain. 12/12 Imperial vehicle capital ship. When played and when defeated, you may defeat an enemy unit. If you do, search its controller's deck in hand for each card with that unit's name and discard them. All right. A, B, A. Our first
I'm the
A.
lowest. Okay, I'm the lowest.
We did it.
It has an absolute broken line of text on it. Can we agree
Yep.
with that?
Yes.
Like the text on this card is insane.
Yes.
But it costs 11.
That is that is the complication.
But the decks that are going to run this are going to get to 11. Or
The
be
decks
playing
that
or
are going to
die.
run this are Close the Gate Shield, the Galactic Ambition decks, and I'm here for it.
Boom.
Or whatever the name of that card is. I think it's Close the Shield Gate.
Like that that could be pretty a pretty tilting effect once it hits the board.
100%. I think if you're playing black blue control and you have to go against another control decks, this is in your sideboard for this control.
This is the best card in
matches.
that deck for sure.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not playing against that, then you probably die before this ever hits the table. Like we've never seen a card this expensive be playable in this game yet.
Mm.
The
So that's
only
the
other
downside.
thing that I would say is if you're playing some kind of mill deck, because this could be super good in a mill deck that gets late and it just needs something to like get
True.
a few extra cards. But we haven't seen a strong mill deck yet.
Yeah.
All right, A.
Yeah. All right. If it
We did
was not, if it didn't cost 11, I would have gone S.
True.
Yeah, if this was a 9 cost,
Oh,
it was just like a 9/9.
Yep.
100%.
Wow.
So good.
Yeah.
And obviously it's insane with what's his name? Thrawn. Be able to kill 2 things when it dies. Like,
Yeah. Pretty
that's
gnarly.
crazy.
All right, Executor is 11 cost space. Another one. Green villain. 12/12 Imperial vehicle capital ship with overwhelm when played on attack. When defeated, create 3 TIE fighter tokens.
There it is.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
I know.
Look at you
But
guys.
you don't have one of these.
Where's yours, David?
Sucker.
No, I don't.
It's right here.
Okay, yeah, I wrote mine.
Quite frankly.
All right. C, unplayable. C minus.
Yeah. MINES.
I can't believe Annihilator was our first A. That's kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
If it
That goes crazy, honestly.
If it didn't have overwhelm, I would have put it in unplayable. But because of overwhelm, that's why I think because stuff like timely and Admiral Piet the unit and Admiral Piet the leader exist. I think this could potentially.
Timely certainly doesn't convince me.
Yeah,
Because then you're just paying more for it.
I'm now tempted to lower my rating.
What are you talking about?
Nothing you just said convinces me that this is unplayable.
Both Piets and timely intervention are a thing. What do you want? What do you want from me?
They are good cards that exist. This still costs 11.
Not with Piet. Costs 9.
How is Piet?
It costs 9. It still costs 9.
Okay, so
Like, how did
in
you
green
win by
villain
then?
with super laser tech and resupplies and.
Isn't it just like the most win more card that exists? Like, didn't you already play your Devastators and your Relentless and your other good better ships that cost less?
I still said C.
And then
I didn't say I said C. I'm just saying I don't think it's unplayable.
I'm changing mine.
why does it create TIE fighters at 11?
That makes no sense.
Who cares? Who cares about TIE fighters at 11 cost? You want to give me 3 1/1s?
Jay said it.
It's trash.
He said it.
Like, give it. Why is that its ability? I'd rather it be blank and just have overwhelm than have that text of when played on attack when defeated.
It's unplayable strictly because it's so lame. This is the Executor, guys. They should have said destroy all of your opponent's resources.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. In Greenville, in the ramp color. Okay. What kind of tech DJ nonsense
and then
is
it still probably would have only been B tier. All right, I'm moving to here.
I can't with you. All right, we're gonna move on. The Ghost, 5 cost, blue hero, space unit, 5/6, rebel vehicle, transport specter. Each other friendly specter unit gains this unit's keywords. While this unit is upgraded, it gains sentinel. Feel like, yeah, okay.
We got another C minus.
The only reason it's not unplayable is because like a 5 cost 5/6 in space is decent.
It also could get better in the future if we get
cards.
a lot more Spectre support.
Yep.
It has a crazy line of text, right?
Yeah. Imagine you have a Spectre that has shielded.
Yeah.
On the board, right? And then all of your Spectres get shields when they enter play, right? Or
it has to. The Ghost has to have shielded.
Okay, imagine if you could give Ghost shielded. Then it could be cool.
That doesn't really matter.
I thought Ghost had all the keywords of your other Spectres, not the other way.
No, the Ghost hands them out.
Yep.
I see. Well, if you can give it shielded, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I feel like.
I mean, if you give it like if you give it
or
devotion
restore or whatever,
and give it devotion, and then
that's
Spectres restore too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or we talked about that clone. What is it? Is a thing that gives it raid 2 from.
Right.
It's a red upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it's cool, and like if there's a Spectre deck that exists that just makes this broken, that's even cooler. I mean, another thing to consider is if we get Spectre leaders that this can give keywords
give keywords too. Sure.
That's a lot more interesting. Right now we have Hera and that's it, and that kind of sucks. But if we get like a Ezra, Kanan, we have Sabine too, I guess. But you're not playing this.
Yeah, you're not playing this in Sabine.
So if we get other Spectres leaders that this pairs with, I think that would be interesting. But for now, trash Source Rex.
Sweet.
All right. Nebula Ignition, 9 cost. Defeat each unit that isn't upgraded.
That's an easy one. Unplayable. You ain't even got to write it down, David.
Trash card.
All right, moving on.
There's not really much to say about it.
I don't know. I don't even.
It's too expensive. It's too
specific.
It's specific,
Yep.
and yeah.
Yep. All right, Han Solo, 5 cost, yellow hero, ground unit, 4/5 with ambush, or a pilot for 2, for +2/+3. When played as an upgrade, you may attack with attached unit. If it's the Millennium Falcon, it deals its combat damage before the defender. Look at us, AAA.
Wow.
We got your
AAA,
car
baby.
covered if it breaks down.
Better
How do we-
than Annihilator.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah,
In Millennium Falcon decks, this card goes
it
crazy.
goes nuts. And it's like one
Yeah.
of the few pilots that actually has an okay opposite, thing if you need it.
It actually has a keyword and an ability. It's not just blank text.
Right.
Yeah, and even if you don't have Millennium Falcon, you just get to put it on an attack. At least you got some value out of your pilot before your opponent killed it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 costs for +2/+3. Like, that's already above
Yeah.
rate, in my opinion. Being able to have a shoot first on a stick is cracked, but even better than shoot first because you're getting +2 instead of +1. Like, it's insane.
Yep.
I think this card's really good.
It's so good.
Yep.
All right.
And it's in the OP packs,
Yes, it is.
which is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good too. Looks better than this one.
Yeah.
I just wish it was on a normal hyperspace border. Anyway.
Stolen AT Holler, 3 cost, yellow space unit, 4/5 underworld vehicle transport. When defeated, choose an opponent for this phase. They may play this unit from its owner's discard pile for free.
Another one that I spoiled.
ABA.
ABBA.
Jay, you're wrong.
ABBA.
I'm sorry, but you're just wrong.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not that far off what you guys put, so.
It's true.
This is gonna be cracked in freaking Kaz.
Your favorite?
My favorite.
It's going to be very good in Kaz. Yep.
Yeah. I
Does
think it's
that
going to be good
warrant
outside
it?
of Kaz too, though. It's underworld traded, which we all know
It is.
means something. It's also transport traded, which means something too.
Yep. Yeah, your Rio Durant deck.
Exactly. We just haven't seen this stat line on a space unit before.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of stats for 3 costs. You can, make your way around its downside.
Mhm.
There are times when your opponent's going to kill it and they're not going to be able to play it from their discard pile because they're going to be forced to claim or something like that anyway. So it's not always going to be a relevant downside anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be good.
So, and if they do get it back, you can just kill it and take it back yourself. So, like, is it a dangerous card to play? Sometimes it surely will be, but I think it's worth the risk.
All right.
I mean, I'm here
All right.
for it.
Above Annihilator? Below
I'd put
Annihilator? What
above
do you guys think?
Annihilator, I think.
I was thinking that as well.
All right. Planetary bombardment, 6 cost, red event. Deal 8 indirect damage to a player. If you control a capital ship unit, deal 12 indirect damage instead.
Mm,
I struggle with this one.
You should not. You're overthinking it.
Am I?
really?
Yep.
It's Jay overthinking it too.
Yep. It's an S.
Ain't no way
yeah,
it's an S.
It's an S.
I don't know.
It's an S. 100%, guys.
Ain't no way
Yes.
it's an S, bro.
I think it's really good. But S?
Yeah, it's an S.
You pay 6 for 8 damage?
Well, it is
That
so
they
rarely
can-
going to be 8. When this card hits, like, it is going to be 12 80% of the time.
I mean, I would hope so. I don't think you're playing
Okay.
this in a deck that's not running capital ships,
Right.
right?
Sure.
Like, I think
but-
the Piet red archetype with dropping the Ruthless Raider early and then just following up, because Ruthless Raider at 4/6 is going to be tough to get rid of, and a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And so I think you're going to play Ruthless Raider at 5 and drop this at 6, and we're going to see a ton of Piet decks doing that exact move,
Yeah, that is pretty disgusting.
like over and over.
I want to see
You're gonna get tired of
Devastator
seeing it.
on board and then
Yeah,
play
and you
this.
just 12 to base.
Or 12 to whatever you want.
Yeah.
You want to wipe their board.
I'm only interested in OTKing. You know this.
Yep.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I think it's good. I don't know if I definitely don't put it in S. I think it's gonna be cracked. But
Man, you guys are crazy. We're coming
there
back
are
to
gonna be
this.
times when you're like so far behind against an aggro deck where this card will do literally nothing.
Well, you could say that about a lot of these cards.
Maybe.
Like yeah, I mean, like there's just I'm just saying. In general, we're not thinking about specific matchups, like aggro matchup. Because maybe it does.
I suppose. Like if your opponent has the ability to just take it on their base and not really care that much, then you just spent 6 resources for not a lot of like.
But again, the decks that I think this is
maybe it's a bad argument.
An aggressive-minded thing. So. Aggressive-minded deck is going to run this. So again, like the
Sure.
Piet thing I'm telling you.
But is that an aggressive deck though?
Yes. Well, probably mid. Well, I guess maybe somewhere between mid-range and aggro. But the fact that he's cheating out stuff. So if Ruthless Raider didn't exist, then maybe not. But the fact that Ruthless Raider's same color and all this just flows so easily together.
Here's a question.
Does seem good with that card.
Does this push out the non-unit control decks? Like if you're playing an aggro deck and it just gives you 6 damage to
your solo Mando deck.
Well, if you're playing like Sabine and like you sideboard this in against like an all
like the Vader blue from Silent
like a Vader blue, you just hit them for 8. That's pretty gross.
Yeah, 8. That's what I meant.
I like
sick.
It. If you're gonna put an A, it's got to be the top of A. I will not settle for anything less.
Yeah, but Jay had it at a B.
Yeah, Jay was wrong.
I had it.
Can't
at
sell
an
shoes.
A+.
Yeah, so you can put it at the top.
You think
although I don't think it's better than Han.
You think this will be better than Han?
I do.
Okay. I'm excited to react to this in 6 months or whatever.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna pull those receipts out.
Yeah.
All right. Invincible.
6
cost yellow villain space unit 6/6 separatist vehicle capital ship. If you control unique separatist card, this unit costs 1 less to play. When you deploy a leader, you may return a non-leader unit that costs 3 or less to its owner's hand.
Okay.
S-B-E? What is
S/B?
What? That's a first.
S with Dooku. Dooku.
Yeah, an S for Dooku and an A for Piet and a B for everything else.
Okay.
Just the fact like Dooku can play this turn 2. How is your opponent supposed to deal with a 6/6 ship on turn 2?
If you're playing Piet and you stick a separatist and then you get to play it for 4, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're okay. I get it. So Dooku's playing for 3. I get it. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Like that's.
I mean, the text is basically
crazy.
That
yeah,
point,
but it's still a 6/6 ship on turn 2.
Yeah.
That snowballs so hard.
But aren't most people doing that in the set with like a ready ship and a pilot?
Maybe.
And they're ready. They're actually doing damage to your base.
That's true. But this doesn't fold to upgrade hate.
True.
Just power of the dark side.
Yeah, power of the dark side's rough, but just don't think about that one.
Django. Tap it down.
Yeah, you play like a droid deployment or something like that, so that you have a battle droid out for them to power the dark side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down with that.
I don't know. I mean, I think B is fine. Like, I think it's only ridiculous in Dooku.
There you go.
So I'll even put it at the bottom if you guys want.
If Trench was playable, it'd be cool in Trench.
Yeah, being able to bounce something every time he comes out.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
All right, moving on to Vader.
Yeah.
Darth Vader. 6 cost. Red villain. Ground unit at 7/7 or a pilot for 3. It is a +3/+3 Force Imperial Sith pilot. Attached unit gains. On attack, you may deal 1 damage to a unit. If a unit is defeated this way, you may deal 1 damage to a unit or base.
Okay.
A minus. A.
Nice. A's
A's.
across the board. I'm putting it above Annihilator.
I think specifically because
definitely.
eject is a card, and I think that's gonna be.
I don't even think it's because of that, in my opinion. I think
It adds a lot of stats. The +3/+3 and the ability are really good. And then if you have to, playing it as a 6-cost 7/7, like that's still kind of huge.
yeah. I think in Jenga, I've said it before. This card in Jenga, like turn 1, 2-cost ship, turn 2, Darth Vader. It attacks, taps things down, deals damage, goes crazy.
I don't know that it'll make it into
Swings
Django.
for
I think
6.
he's competing with P38 and stuff at that, but I still think it's good.
I like it.
All right, let's move on to Mike's favorite card.
Yep.
Scramble Fighters. 7 costs, green villain. Create 8 TIE Fighter tokens and ready them.
Don't even need to read it.
And
They can't attack bases.
they can't attack
Unplayable.
bases.
It's one of the worst cards I've ever seen.
Unplayable. Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Yep.
Except it works with your unity of purpose that you love so much, Mike.
No, it doesn't. Because they all have the same name.
But they each
Yeah.
get the +1 for the next phase, you know?
They
So,
each get +1/+1.
yeah,
That is correct.
Yeah. All right. Devastator.
I mean, if they do stick for the following phase, and you can give them,
You can give them +2/+3 or +3/+3. That could be good.
would go.
I'll build it.
crazy.
There you go. There it is.
I did pull for some reason a Scramble Fighters, so yeah. All right.
All right. Devastator, 8 costs. Red villain. Space unit. 9/6 Imperial vehicle capital ship. You assign all indirect damage you deal to opponents. When played, deal 4 indirect damage to each opponent. S.
Yeah, this card's insane.
So freaking good. Like what more do
That
you
card's
need?
cracked, bro.
What more do you
You're
need?
gonna have to ban triple dark raid.
I mean, maybe.
Literally, bro. Card is insane.
It's
And in Piet, you
little
get to play
ridiculous.
this on 6 and then follow it up with Planetary Bombardment, and you're going ham.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ruthless Raider into Planetary Bombardment into Devastator. Ugh. Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Card's,
good.
card's insane.
Starhawk, 9 cost green hero space unit. New Republic vehicle capital ship. What's this from, by the way?
I think it's from High Republic, but let me confirm that.
Because I'm like, I have no clue. I don't know what this is from. At first, I thought it was from that new Disney show.
No, it's a New Republic ship.
The Star Wars Goonies ship.
It's a something about Leia. I don't know. Leia was on it or something,
Oh gosh. Okay.
according to Wikipedia. And the 2 seconds I have now looked at it.
Well, there you go. All
It's
right.
some New Republic ship.
All right. It's a 6/9 New
I
Republic
guess
vehicle.
if we just looked at the ship and the tag and it says New Republic, we would have figured that out.
Sure. Ambush while paying costs, you may pay half as many resources rounded up. I don't even know.
It's really funny if you Google Starhawk. Just do it. You guys don't have to. But if you're listening, just Google Starhawk. It's not going to show you that ship.
So should they Google it?
Yeah, it's not gross.
Okay.
It's just like not what I was expecting to see.
All right.
I said S or C
S
with a question mark.
Let's go.
That's kind of where I hedged at B.
Yeah. So since you did it last time, I figured I could do it too.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I feel like this could either be.
It's either broken or terrible.
Yeah, I think it's another one of those things. Like this is going to. Someone's going to figure it out, and it's going to be disgusting, or
There's no chance that we're not trying to build an Endless Legion Starhawk deck, guys.
Yep.
Exactly.
I've seen it happen. I've seen someone do it. They still lost, but they did it.
Then they weren't playing Endless Legions right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, this one's really weird.
Yep.
Why'd you say SJ?
The reason that I said S is because the memes.
I can't argue with that.
This is, I don't know. I don't even think it. I don't actually think it's an S unless it is an S. If it turns out in 3 months this card is broken, then yeah, I totally thought it was an S that whole time. But if it turns out this is completely unplayable, I was just memeing.
You were just memeing.
Yeah. Dope.
Is there a hero deck that can get to 9 and actually play this and then like have it live and do stuff the next turn with the resources?
Well, it'd be like Han, right?
Yeah, I guess. Like
Han 1.
What turn can it play 9 cost stuff? Like
I'm not
still
the Han
gotta
player.
survive. I don't know.
I think if we find a like resource cheat way to get this out earlier than 9, like on the 6 resource turn or something, and you like play tech and all your stuff from the resource row costs half, and like play I don't know, just crazy shenanigans, like
Yeah. You gotta do some like You're My
I'm
Only
trying
Hope.
to think of ways that you
Yoda
can
stuff.
like cheat it in with that. And
You're My Only Hope, Starhawk.
Because You're My Only Hope reduces it by 2, right?
How
How can you put this on the top of your deck?
By 5? Because it costs 3.
Oh, right, but it costs 3, so it's a total cost reduction of 2. Like I'm trying to figure out how you can play this on a Han flip turn.
if you have 5 or less health, it's free.
Right. maybe that's the ticket right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought that hard about strategies to get this out, but like if you do get it out and it sticks, it's just like insane.
Yeah, agreed.
Obviously.
So I don't know where to put it.
With
So
all the
this
cards that
should be in
exist.
its own question mark tier.
like,
Yeah.
I think B. It's kind of in the middle of S and unplayable. So here we'll put it straight in the middle.
There
of
we go.
everything.
is generals played
There
just
it
the
is.
cost of a unit costs 2 less?
Yeah,
If
Straight
it's on a
up.
Jedi.
yeah. Your next, as long as it's on a Jedi.
So,
But yeah,
like-
there you go.
Like play a Quinlan Voss deck that also plays Death Star plans. Now you're playing this for
Yeah.
5.
Ooh, now you're talking.
All right. Okay.
I'm here for that. Oh man, that's awesome.
Nailed it. All right, we got our last
one.
card, guys. Turbo Laser Salvo, 7 cost, green event. Choose an arena. Friendly space unit deals damage equal to its power to each enemy unit in that arena. Hey.
Look at that.
Aw, we finished agreeing with each other, guys.
Okay,
Where's
does
this go?
I have no idea. Is this played like basically just in Piet, or do you think there are going to be other
I think there's
like,
other ones.
space
I
decks
think there's other ones,
that are gonna try and play this?
Yeah.
I think it's possible other decks would want this.
I do feel like it Overwhelming Barrage does similar stuff. So you either get double Overwhelming Barrage or Hero gets access to it.
Right.
Although I might go back to playing Overwhelming Barrage and out of aspect in Hero decks if I have to. If I can't pull this.
Might be better than this, honestly. Yeah. I mean, maybe some kind of control-y Palpatine deck that plays some ships, or I don't know, like a Thrawn green deck or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like I feel like you have to want to go late game because it does cost 7, but the effect is just so powerful.
Yeah, like you could have a one-sided board wipe.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sick. Seems like a good card. I mean, like, its effect for 7 is crazy.
People have said that the legendaries in the set are bad, but
They're
doesn't
way
look that
better
bad to
than
me.
last set.
yeah.
And then I think they're better
We should
than
go
set
back
2.
and do a tier list. Well, I guess we don't need to do a tier list because everybody already knows that they're all trash, but it'd be fun to
for the
compare.
memes.
Yeah.
It'd be for the memes.
It'd be
I think
fun to
this set's
compare.
pretty decent for legendaries,
Yeah.
which hopefully is a good thing. I mean, I guess none of them are like broken. None of them are S's. Only one S.
I like the style of cards that they've chosen here as legendaries too, because a lot of them feel like build arounds,
Mhm.
even if they're bad, like Unity of Purpose and Scramble Fighters. even like Death Star plans and stuff. Like they feel like build around cards that like you want to center your deck around this legendary and like figure out how to flesh things out around it.
Yeah,
I think that's fun.
yeah, that's fair.
Do we like how everything's laid out? Do we need to make any changes?
No, I like it.
I'm looking at it. I think it's fine.
I think this looks perfect, guys.
We're so good.
I think it's definitive.
The perfect
Lock it
tier
in.
list.
We should make
Lock it
Jim
in.
do his own tier list and see how much it matches us.
We should before we publish this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I'll throw in a screenshot of Jim's and we can
There you go.
on our
There
next
you go.
podcast
Hey.
we'll
Cooking.
talk about how wrong he was.
Yep.
Cooking.
Yep. That's good.
And we'll react to Jim. Jim can
Yeah,
react
exactly.
to ours, and we'll post
Perfect.
that.
And then we'll react to his after that.
Yeah.
It's just reactions all the way down. Cool. Well,
All right.
I hope you guys enjoyed that and stuck with us the whole time. If you did, you deserve to be subscribed to our channel and in our Discord server. So do those things, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.